Now we've frozen all 6 compacts overnight, so what we're going to do now is break them out of the ice and see how they've got on. So what we're going to go with first is the Sony TX5. And it works. We've got a screen, we've got a snap, it's taking a photo, everything still works, so it's a thumbs up for the Sony TX5. Okay, so next up we have the Pentax W90. Okay, so we have power, the screen still works, and we can take a photo. So that's another thumbs up for the Pentax W90. Okay, this is Casio, and let's see how it got on. So, we have power, we have a screen, and we have a frozen shutter release. Okay, so next up we've got the Fuji X-P10. Okay, so we have power, we have a working LCD screen, and unfortunately another frozen shutter release. Next up we have the Panasonic FT2, so we'll just see how this has got on. Okay, so the Panasonic took its time to power up, but now it is working. We've got a working LCD screen, and we have a frozen shutter release. So at the moment, can't take a photo. Okay, so finally we have the Olympus new 8010. So we'll just see how this got on. And we have no power, although the camera is making a noise. Yep, we have power, but the battery's dead. Now we've given each camera a few days to settle, we've washed them all, we've cleaned them all up, and unfortunately at least one of the cameras has failed to survive the test, and that's the Pentax W90. Now on the outside doesn't seem that badly damaged, but on the inside we've noticed that the battery and the contacts within the battery have corroded. So what we now have is, as you can see, the contact is corroded away. It's also corroded away inside the camera itself, meaning that unfortunately the camera is no longer usable. Okay, the next camera is the Olympus MuTough 8010. Although it did reasonably well in the majority of the test, the lens cover kept getting stuck, and also the SD card got stuck and forced us to use a pair of tweezers to retrieve it, meaning that the 8010 didn't perform anywhere near as well as I thought it would. Okay, next is the Casio EX-G1. Although the Casio survived all of the tests reasonably well, I found it very difficult to press the buttons after the freeze test, meaning that I couldn't really turn the camera on, also the shutter release froze, meaning that I couldn't take a photo either. Okay, next up is the Fuji X-P10. Now it sustained a little bit of damage just around the top of the camera, but generally performed okay, with the rubberized buttons on the rear making it very easy to use underwater. And overall it survived a lot better than I thought it would. Now the Sony TX5 almost immediately sustained damage, wore away the Cybershot logo, had quite a few paint chips on the front, but impressively did well in every test. The touchscreen isn't really built for going underwater or for having a lot of dirt on it, but the camera took photo in every single test and is still kicking today. And finally, the Panasonic FT2. There was a few minor problems with the mode dial at the rear getting stuck into the wrong position, and also the screen got pretty badly scratched up, but otherwise performed very well in each test, took some excellent photos. Okay, so in conclusion, the Panasonic FT2 is a very worthy winner of our Tough Camera Group test.